What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I am going to show you a prime example of why cheap isn't always better. And I promise I won't hold you guys for long. Customer came in. Let's look at the complaint. They state, vehicle is shaking when braking. Let's lift the vehicle up. Let's take a look and see what we find. And we see these kind of complaints a lot where a customer would take the car to a shop and give it to a guy who they think can do it cheaper, but cheaper isn't always better. Let me show you guys why. Take a look at the passenger side rotor and brake system. If you guys haven't already seen, there's a problem right there. The brake caliper and the hardware kit for the brake pads are not there. So during braking application, the pad actually is moving back and forth. You can see it right here. Let me give you guys an example. So during braking, the pad is doing this, back and forth, back and forth. And you can tell it's been doing it for a while because it actually left a dent inside the caliper bracket. So what started off as a simple brake job is going to turn into something a lot more. Let's see what else they did wrong here. The backing plate is missing behind the rotor. So I'm not sure why this car went to the other mechanic, but it looked like they removed a lot more stuff than they needed to. No backing plate on the passenger side. Let's take a look at the driver's side, see how they did there. At least I give them 60% because the backing plate is still there. So not as bad as the passenger side. And let's look at the caliper bracket. Oh, they're at least nice enough to keep the hardware kit, but you can see the clip for the anti-wear indicator is missing. And we see these kind of things a lot, guys, in the shop. We know and we don't know if it was a customer who did it themselves. So we don't want to accuse anybody. It could easily have been the customer. And they just didn't want to tell us. And if you take a look at the axle nut right here, it's supposed to have a stake down the middle. And to the right of my finger, you can see the old previous stake mark on the axle nut. So it looked like they just zipped it off and then zipped it back on without even staking it. That's supposed to keep the axle nut from coming loose. They didn't even bother to do anything with the axle nut. They look like they kept the same one. Again, not good, guys. I know sometimes you want to try to save a few pennies. And we all enjoy doing that, but not at the cost of quality. Let's take a look at the damaged caliper. That's where the damage happened right here. So you can see that it was hitting it so much that it damaged the caliper bracket. And the rotor just got so high, you can see the discoloration on the surface. So now it's gonna need a new caliper bracket. And what's the bad news? The caliper bracket is on back order. So the customer has a choice to either stay without a car until the part becomes available, or simply we go with an aftermarket caliper that has the bracket and the caliper available. And that's the unfortunate route the customer had to take. So now they need a whole new caliper. Now, because we replaced the caliper, we also have to bleed the system. So a simple brake job turned into something a lot more than what it needed to be. So at least here, this is after I replaced it. Here's your new caliper there. Here's your hardware kit. And that's how it's supposed to look sitting inside the caliper bracket. And we got a new rotor on there. And that's what I wanted to show you guys today. Just be careful on who you let work on your car. You should always question why they're charging so little. Don't always think someone who charges little is always a good thing. You should question why they don't value their time, their capabilities. Sometimes they might just be cutting you a deal, but most time you should definitely question whether they have the capabilities to do the job or not. That's what I have for you guys today. If you find this video informative, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.